Hey folks, great you're watching again and welcome to this English summary. Well, today we have been working on the heads of the engine of the BMP. Well, as you have seen, there was water everywhere in this vehicle and also in the engine, of course. And well, this is not very good for an engine, and especially not for the pistons, cylinders and also the valves. So we are busy trying to create a list with parts we need to repair this vehicle. So therefore we want to examine the cylinder heads as well. At first we start with the I think the cleaning, but I'm not sure if we did that yesterday or this day. Well, anyway, we have cleaned the cylinder heads, and after that we started disassembling the valves. The valves are you can disassemble these by compressing the springs, so securing ring comes free from the top of the cylinder. It's oh well, I have one. I can show it. It's much easier. You have seen it in the video as well, but as you can see, you have this securing plate. It has small teeth, and these mesh with the teeth of this top part, and this top part is it has a thread. You can screw this, and then you can adjust the clearance for the valve, and you also can disassemble it. So you have to compress the springs first, then slide the ring back, and then you can just undo the top part, and then this come out. So okay, for the disassembly we had a tool we made for the Type 69, and unfortunately, lucky enough, this system is the same, so this works fine. Well, what have we noticed? Several of the valve seats have been rusting, and there are pits. So this is not good as a rust damage. You can understand that these valves need to they seal off tight. So there must be shouldn't be any leaks, because then your compression will drop, and your engine starts working less efficient, and in the end it even won't start if the compression is so bad. So we checked all the valve seats. There were several with rust, and also something what was interesting was that the valve guider, it's like the bearing where the valve stem slides in, is loose from the head, and I think that should be a press fit, so that it's pressed in by force, and it should stay in position. It should not be able to move in the head. And well, this one was just it was just dangling. You can move it up and down with your finger, easy as that. So that's not good, of course. Okay, well, that's about for the cylinder head, I guess. Yeah, well, we checked the seats, the valve seats. It's aluminium head, but the seats, of course, are not aluminium. Those are steel. So these are you can take them out and press new ones in there. So these are exchangeable. So if we cannot repair these, we are able to exchange them. Repairing can be done by a special tool. You can machine them a bit, so you are taking off a little bit of material, enough so the pits are gone, and then you can polish the valves onto the seats, so you get a tight fit. So that's pretty much how you can do this. Okay, well, I checked my paper. Moment. Oh yes. Well, after that we have removed some check valves from the from the head, and we also cleaned the check valves. Check valves are for the air starter system. there is this air distributor on the engine, and it works pretty much as a distributor for an ignition system, only with this difference: it's not with electric current or power, but with compressed air. So this distributor, it feeds air to the air lines toward the cylinders, and this is used for starting the engine. So what it does, it puts compressed air in the cylinder, which is just beyond the top dead center. So the compressed air will press the piston down, so the engine starts rotating. And at that moment, another piston is just below, after the top dead center, and then compressed air is applied on that cylinder, and that's how you can crank the engine by compressed air. Of course, when the engine starts running on its own power, you don't want any of the combustion power of gases entering this starting system, because that's loss in compression, of course, and in the end it won't be good for this distributor to get all these fumes and gases. It will contaminate, and then it won't work anymore, I think. But the most important thing is loss of compression, of course. So there are check valves where the pressure line is connected to the cylinder. So as soon as the engine starts running, these check valves close the air starter line. How does it work? It just has a small valve, just like the bigger valves, and also with a spring. If you put compressed air from the line, the spring is compressed and the valve opens. And as soon as there's no compressed air, the spring retracts the valve, and if you apply pressure from the other side, the valve is pressed against its seat, so it closes. So the fumes cannot escape. We added at the Type 69, some of the valves were stuck in open position, and if this happens, the combustion gases will enter the starting circuit, and you can notice quite easily just by feeling the tubes by hand, because if the combustion gases enter this starting system, those tubes will heat up, so you will feel the heat on those, and you know which ones aren't good. Because we have everything disassembled now, we want to check the valves just one by one. What we find out, some of them are badly rusted, corroded, and some of them are stuck. So we free them up, and the rusted ones we can exchange them with the spare ones we have of the Type 69. So lucky enough, BMP and T55 have the same starter check valve, so you can just exchange them. So that's a good thing to know. Okay, well, good. Check the paper. Yes. Well, and then we proceeded with cleaning of parts we took off from the engine, and we took the centrifugal filter. This is an oil filter. It's on top of the engine. It has a coarse filter. It's just a sieve where the oil goes through, and after this sieve it will enter the centrifugal filter. It's just a drum on which the oil pressure is applied. It has two nozzles, and these nozzles, when they start spraying oil, they will propel this drum so it starts spinning. Because of this spinning, all contamination in the oil will be swung outside by the centrifugal force, and it will be collected inside of this drum. So, you have to clean this drum and also this coarse filter sometimes. So I was really curious what to find inside, because if you are looking to the filters of an engine, you can tell a lot about its state and also about its history. So it tells something about the service life, of course. If they are really clean, it looks like, then the vehicle is pretty serviced, it's pretty good service, but it can be clogged and full of rubbish. That's it hasn't been taken care of in that case. What else? You can also find small pieces of steel and stuff like that if the engine is really bad shape and maybe the bearings have been damaged. Small flakes and stuff of these bearings can end up in the filter, and then you can tell about, well, there's something really wrong with this engine, because, well, it looks like we have been cleaning out the collector of the saw, but then inside of this filter of your engine, well, that's obviously not good. So, well, this filter was pretty clogged with a lot of the black, how do you say? Yeah, fat. Well, but lucky enough, no engine parts found there. Just bad service life. That's what we can tell about it. So we cleaned it. That's about it. Yeah, nothing more to tell, I guess. I would say thank you for watching and see you next time.